Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. It's time for History Maker Baseball, franchise all-star season. Every Thursday night, we've got History Maker Baseball franchise all-stars. I love the set because you really get a taste of the entire history of baseball. And today we have a good game on the tabletop and kind of a surprising matchup. It's the Kansas City Royals in San Francisco taking on the San Francisco Giants. But that's not the surprising part. The surprising part is that the Royals are 0-2, having swept the St. Louis Cardinals. So David beat Goliath in that one, and if the Royals are giant killers, see what I did there? Giant, playing the Giants, giant killers. The Giants may be in for a tough time in this two-game series. Pitching matchup is a pair of left-handers. It's Charlie Liebrandt going for the Royals against Johnny Antonelli, a guy that I think was really good and people have really forgotten about. So this ought to be fun. Lefty versus lefty. We're at the stick in San Francisco. In the description for this video is the link to the Play Games website where you can check out History Maker Baseball for yourself and pick up the franchise all-star set that I am rolling on my tabletop here today, along with the expansion that I did for this set late last year, late in 2024. Yeah, that was last year. To update with some of the more current stars since the release of the original franchise all-star set. You'll see some of those guys on the table today as well. Also in the description for this video is the link to my channel membership. With membership to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, you get access to videos that subscribers cannot see. Tutorials, game demos, special reports, book reviews, exclusive replays. None of those things are accessible by subscribers. You also get discounts as a channel member in my secondary store. $10 off per set, $2 off per team, and you get a free gift from me every month as a thank you for being a channel member. So check out both links in the description below. But now, let's get down to the field. Check out the lineups and the batting orders and roll some History Maker Baseball franchise all-star style. All right, for the visiting Kansas City Royals, leading off in left field, it's Willie Wilson. Batting second at short, Bobby Witt. Batting third at third base, George Brett. Hal McRae is the DH. He cleans up. Amos Otis bats fifth. He's in center. Al Cowens bats sixth. He's in right field. Mike Sweeney bats sixth. Wait, let's count. Mike Sweeney bats seventh. He's at first base. Salvador Perez bats eighth. He'll catch. Frank White bats ninth. He's at second base. On the mound, it's Charlie Liebrandt. 1985, their World Series championship, the first one anyway, 17-9 with a 2.69 ERA. All right, and for the homestanding Giants, Bobby Bonds leads off in right. Barry Bonds bats second and left. Willie Mays bats third and center. Jack Clark bats fourth. He's the DH. Buster Posey bats fifth, he'll catch. Jeff Kent bats sixth, he's at second. Will Clark bats seventh, he's at first base. Matt Williams bats eighth, he's at third. And Rich Aurelia bats ninth, he'll play shortstop. And if I don't drop the cards all over the place, Johnny Antonelli is going to be the pitcher. Let's tell you about him. In 1954, their World Series championship year, he was 21-7 with a 230 earned run average. All right, I think we're ready to go. Willie Wilson steps in the batter's box, and he's ready to face Johnny Antonelli. The umpires for today's game, Eric Gregg is behind home plate, Chris Guccione at first, Manny Gonzalez at second, and C.B. Bucknor at third. Candlestick Park dimensions. For righties, semi-small. For lefties, semi-small. Hot and cold batters. George Brett is designated as the cleanup batter for the Royals today. For the purpose of the sim, Hal McRae is hot. Amos Otis is cold. These are based on the previous game's results. For Frisco, Bobby Bonds is hot. Barry Bonds is cold. Willie Mays gets the cleanup hitter designation. The Royals, because of their win in the last game, are semi-harmonious. The Giants are semi-dissonant. We'll see how that comes into play today. And I think now we are ready to go. Johnny Antonelli deals to Willie Wilson, and we are underway in this one. And this is swung on by Willie and popped up. That is Jeff Kent in short right field, calling and taking for out number 1. All right, Bobby Witt Jr. comes to the plate now. Already acclaimed by Bill James as the second best player in the Royals' history. The delivery by Antonelli, and the pitch is a pop-up right to Antonelli. Bobby Witt got a bad swing at that one. Antonelli catches it, and there's 2 away in the Royals' first inning. Now it's George Brett, the guy who Bill James says is the best player in Royals history. I guess there's really not too much debate about that. Antonelli deals to the Royals' third baseman. And this is a rare play check. Memorable plays in the field. And it's hit to short. That's Aurelia, and that's by him into left field for a base hit. First hit of the game for either team. Brett's aboard with 2 outs. Here's Hal McRae. Antonelli the stretch. And the delivery to McRae is a ground ball hit to second. That's Kent. He flips to Will Clark, and the Royals are done in the top of the first. We go to the second, and your score, Royals nothing, and the Giants coming to bat against Charlie Liebrandt for the first time. Liebrandt deals to Bobby Bonds. And Bobby Bonds swings. He hits one to second base. That's Frank White. He throws to Sweeney for out number 1. Barry Bonds, the batter. Now he's had a tough go of it the first couple of games. The delivery by Liebrandt is a comebacker to Charlie Liebrandt. And Barry Bonds' tough times continue. Liebrandt throws to Sweeney for out number 2. Willie Mays, the batter now. Nobody on base. Jack Clark would be next. And the delivery to the Say Hey Kid is a fly ball to center. This will drive Otis back, but he's got room and puts it away for out number 3. A 1-2-3, bottom of the first for Charlie Liebrandt. We go to the second. Royals nothing, and the Giants nothing. Otis, Collins, and Sweeney coming up in inning number 2. The delivery is swung on by Otis, and that one is ripped. It is going to be to left and deep. Back goes Barry Bonds, and it's off the wall. Takes a crazy hop. Otis flying around second, heading to third. He's got a standing triple. The first run of the game, potentially anyway, 90 feet away with nobody out here in the top of the first. The Giants are playing their infield back. Collins at the plate. Antonelli needs a strikeout or a pop-up. The delivery to Al Collins. And we are going to have a ballpark check. All righty. Semi-small for right-handed batters. And this is hit to center. Coming on is Willie Mays in left center. He's going to make that catch. And holding at third will be Otis. Mike Sweeney comes to the plate. The stretch by Antonelli. Salvador Perez on deck. And the delivery is a base hit to right field. Drops in front of Bobby Bonds. Trotting home with the first run of the game is Amos Otis. And it's 1-0 Royals. Salvador Perez comes to the plate. RBI single for Mike Sweeney. Here's Perez, double play depth for the Giants infield. Antonelli sets and delivers. It is going to be popped up in fair territory. Will Clark calling and taking for out number 2. Frank White, the batter now. This is his first at bat. Antonelli deals to White, and it's a ground ball to first. Another chance for Clark. He'll step on the bag, and the side is retired in the second. But the Royals take advantage of an opportunity in the second, and as they did, frankly, in the series against St. Louis, to take a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the second, and it's Royals 1, Giants 0. Jack Clark, Buster Posey, and Mike Kent coming up in the Giants' second inning. The delivery is swung on by Clark, and that's hit to Brett at third. He gobbles it up and fires to Mike Sweeney for out number 1. Buster Posey, the batter now. Liebrandt deals to him. And Buster hits a base hit to right field. It drops in front of Al Cowens. First Giants base runner of the ball game on at first now. 1 on with 1 out for Jeff Kent. Liebrandt keeps the ball down. A lot of ground balls. The set and the delivery to Kent is swung on by Jeff Kent and hit to right field. That's Cowens. He pounds the glove and makes the catch for out number 2. And Will Clark comes to the plate. Posey still at first. Liebrandt the stretch, and the pitch to Will Clark is a ground ball hit to second. White one more time, this time to his left, gloves it, and flips to Sweeney for out number 3. Nothing across for the Giants in the second inning. We go to the third. Royals 1, Giants 0. Top of the order coming for KC in the third. Wilson, Witt, and Brett. The wind and the delivery is hit to ground ball to second. Jeff Kent gloves it, flips to Will Clark for out number 1. Mike Witt comes to the plate now. Mike Witt, yeah. Bobby Witt Jr. comes to the plate now. He's 0 for 1. Antonelli deals to the Royals shortstop. And it's a walk. First walk allowed by Antonelli in the ball game. 1 on with 1 out for Kansas City. Brett comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Giants looking for a double play grounder. The stretch by Antonelli and the pitch to George Brett is a ground ball hit to third. That's Matt Williams to his left. He gloves it and fires to Kent for 1, and the relay to Will Clark is in time for a rally killing, soul crushing, and inning ending, and around the horn 5-4-3 double play turned by the Giants. We go to the bottom of the third, and your score: Royals 1, Giants 0. Williams Aurelia in the top with Bobby Bonds coming in the Giants third. Liebrandt winds and deals. It is swung on and bounced to third base. That's Brett. He throws to Sweeney for out number 1. Rich Aurelia, the batter now, the right-handed hitting, power hitting shortstop. Liebrandt winds and delivers to him. Swung on and hit to center. This will drive Otis back, but he's near the track and has room and makes the catch for out number 2. Bobby Bonds is 0 for 1, and he's up there now. The wind and the delivery by Liebrandt is a ground ball to second. They got to hit it to somebody else. Frank White gloves it and throws to Sweeney to retire the side. A 1-2-3 third inning for Liebrandt. We go to the fourth, and your score, Royals 1, Giants nothing. Hal McRae, Amos Otis, Al Cowens coming up in the KC fourth. Antonelli winds and delivers. And this is bounced to short. Aurelia charges, throws on the run, and they get Hal McRae at first by a step. Amos Otis tripled and scored back in the second inning, and he's up there now. Antonelli kicks and delivers to Amos. And a base hit to left field. Drops in front of Barry Bonds. Second hit for Amos. Third in the game for the Royals. Here comes Al Cowens. You know what? They might do some running. One of the things that has really helped the Royals is being aggressive on the base pass. The stretch by Antonelli, and they deliver to Cowens, and there goes Otis. The throw from Posey down to Jeff Kent is late, and Otis is in with a stolen base. He's in scoring position. Antonelli the stretch, and the pitch to Al Cowens is a ground ball pulled to third. That's going to freeze Otis right there. Matt Williams throws to Will Clark for out number 2. Mike Sweeney the batter now. He's got the Royals RBI in the game. If he comes through with a clutch hit here, the Royals will double their lead. Antonelli the stretch, and the pitch to Sweeney is a base hit to right field. It drops in front of Bobby Bonds. Coming around third and scoring is Otis, and the Sweeney-Otis combination comes through again for Kansas City. 2-0 Royals. Now it's Salvador Perez coming to the plate. The stretch by Antonelli and the delivery to Perez is a little comebacker to Antonelli. He gloves it and throws to Will Clark to retire the side. But the Royals double their lead in the fourth with a run on 2 hits. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Royals 2, Giants nothing. Liebrandt will face Barry Bonds, Willie Mays, Jack Clark in the fourth inning. The wind and the delivery. This is swung on by Barry Bonds and pulled to first. Will Clark gloves it, and he's going to take it to the bag unassisted for out number 1. Willie Mays the batter now. Only one Giant has reached base. It was Posey with a single in the second. Liebrandt deals to the Say Hey Kid. And this is popped up. Wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. Frank White in short center field, calling and taking for out number 2. Jack Clark, Jack the Ripper at the plate now. Liebrandt winds and delivers to him. And it's a base hit to right field for Clark. Drops in front of Al Cowens. A 2-out base runner for San Francisco brings up Buster Posey. Liebrandt the stretch, and the pitch to Buster is a ground ball hit to third. That's Brett. He's going to go the short way to White, covering second to retire the side. Giants strand a man in the fourth, get nothing. We go to the fifth. It's the Royals 2 and the Giants nothing. Top of the fifth on the way. Frank White, Willie Wilson, Mike Witt again. Bobby Witt Jr. The delivery by Johnny Antonelli. And a struck him out, or did he? Let's see. Eric Gregg is neither questionable nor lenient, and he got him. Antonelli with a dead fish changeup, his first strikeout. Here's Willie Wilson 0 for 2. Johnny Antonelli deals to the Royals left fielder. And it is popped up. That's Jeff Kent in short right field. Under it and taking for out number 2. Bobby Witt Jr. is 0 for 1. He's up there now. He did draw a walk back in the 3rd. George Brett would be next. Antonelli deals to him. And it is a ground ball hit to 3rd. That's Matt Williams. He gloves it by the 3rd base bag and fires across the diamond to Will Clark for out number 3. Johnny Antonelli with his first 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through. We got a good one at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. Your score, Kansas City 2 and San Francisco nothing. Kent, Will Clark, and Matt Williams coming up in the 5th. Liebrandt deals. And this will be Kent is going to reach. How are they going to score it? That will be an error on shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. A 1-base error puts Jeff Kent aboard. Official scorer Helen Keller says, no, that wasn't a hit. It was an error. And the Royals don't like that call. Here's Will Clark. Liebrandt the stretch and the delivery to Will Clark is going to be a base hit to right field. That drops in front of Al Cowens. Kent is around second, going to 3rd. Cowens' throw comes into 2nd. There's Giants at the corners with nobody out in the 5th. And this is their first real threat of the ballgame. Now it's Matt Williams. Liebrandt the stretch. The delivery to Williams. There goes Will Clark. The throw down from Perez to White is late. Will Clark steals a base. All right, now the Royals infield, well, they're going to stay at normal depth. Matt Williams still the batter, and the delivery by Charlie Liebrandt. Going to have some plate drama. See what happens here. A taken for a ball. That is taken. Nice play by Perez. Taken for a ball. The next delivery is a 2nd and 3rd. Is a questionable umpire at 3rd. They don't get much more questionable than C.B. Bucknor. So let's see. So this is a base hit. Kent will score. And out at 3rd, much to the chagrin of Will Clark, will be Will Clark. Called out at 3rd by Bucknor. So give Williams an RBI. Kent scores from 3rd. Clark is gunned down at 3rd on a good throw by Willie Wilson. And Williams is safe at 1st. 2-1 Royals now. And Aurelia comes to the plate. Royals looking for a double play grounder from Rich. Liebrandt the stretch and the delivery is hit to the outfield. Royals with pretty good defense. We'll see if they make a play here. Amos Otis will make that catch for out number 2. Holding at 1st is Matt Williams. Here's Bobby Bonds. All right. The stretch by Liebrandt checks Williams at 1st, and the delivery home to Bobby is a ground ball hit to 2nd. That's Frank White. He flips to Mike Sweeney for out number 3. So, in an ugly inning for the Royals, they do allow a run. On 2 hits, the Giants leave 1 we go to the 6th. Things have tightened. It's the Royals 2 and the Giants 1. Meat of the order coming for Kansas City in the 6th. Brett McRae and Amos Otis. Johnny Antonelli winds and delivers to George Brett. He swings and hits it to the outfield. See if the Giants are going to make this play. It is to left. That's Barry Bonds, and he is not going to get there. And let's see. Brett will get to second on a double. McRae comes to the plate now, chance to drive in a big insurance run, or as they say in Bloomington, Illinois, insurance. Stirring in the Giants bullpen, nobody throwing yet. Antonelli the stretch, the pitch to the 0 for 2, Hal McRae, is a ground ball to short. That will hold Brett at second. And Aurelia fires to Will Clark for out number 1. Amos Otis, the batter now, he's 2 for 2. They want to get Brett home. Antonelli the stretch, the pitch to Amos is a comebacker to Johnny Antonelli. And that will hold Brett at second. Antonelli flips to Will Clark for out number 2. Al Cowan's the batter now. Al is 0 for 2. If the Royals are going to score, they need a clutch hit from somebody. Mike Sweeney would be next. Antonelli the stretch, and the pitch to Cowens is a line drive caught by Matt Williams. Nice play by Matt. That one was ticketed for the left field corner, but Williams grabbed it, and their side is retired. Royals get a leadoff double, but can't do anything with them. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Royals 2, Giants 1. Barry Bonds, Willie Mays, Jack Clark coming up for the Giants in the 6th. Liebrandt deals. And this is swung on, its hit to the outfield. Let's see. Coming on is Amos Otis, and that will be caught by the Royals center fielder for out number 1. Barry Bonds can't get out of his own way. Here's Willie Mays now. 1 out, nobody on. Mays 0 for 2. Liebrandt deals. Swung on by Mays, and it is bounced to second. Frank White flips to Mike Sweeney for out number 2. The top of the Giants order is a combined 0 for 9. Jack Clark at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Liebrandt deals to him. And it's a ground ball to third. That's Brett. He throws to Sweeney to retire the side. That is the third 1-2-3 inning for Charlie Liebrandt in this ball game. We go to the 7th. We got a good one at the Stick in Frisco. Royals 2, Giants 1. Sweeney, Perez, and White coming up for the Royals in inning number 7. Mike Sweeney, 2 for 2, 2 ribbies. The pitch is swung on, its hit to the outfield. And this will be hit to center. Coming on quickly is Willie Mays. He's got it for out number 1. The batter now will be Salvador Perez with nobody on base. Johnny Antonelli trying to keep his team right there. The pitch to Perez is a jam job pop-up. Rich Aurelia in short left field, calling and taking for out number 2. Frank White comes up now. He's 0 for 2. He has done yeoman work in the field. The pitch by Antonelli, and he struck him out. Dead fish changeup from Antonelli. Second strikeout for Johnny. He's gotten White both times. It's time to stretch them out in Frisco with your score. The Royals 2 and the Giants 1. It'll be Posey, Kent, and Will Clark coming up in the Giants' 7th inning. Liebrandt deals. And it is swung on and bounced to first. Mike Sweeney gloves it to his right and feeds Liebrandt covering for out number 1. Jeff Kent, the batter now, he's 0 for 2, but he did score the Giants' run in this game back in the 5th. He reached on an error. The pitch by Liebrandt is a rip to left, and it's going to get over the head of Willie Wilson and one hop the wall. Jeff Kent cruises into second with a one-out double. He's in scoring position as the potential tying run in this game. Now it's Will Clark, lefty-lefty matchup, and the Royals bullpen is going to get going. Who will that be? It's going to be, well, let's tell you. Going to be Jeff Montgomery, a right-hander. All right, Clark 1 for 2. He's up there now. Liebrandt sets and delivers to him. And he strikes out Clark. 2 down. That is a big, big strikeout in this ball game. Liebrandt picked a good time for his first strikeout. Now it's Matt Williams, who drove in the Giants' only run back in the 5th. Kent at second, 2 men out. Liebrandt the stretch and the delivery. And hey, struck him out. Dead fish, change-up time. Matt Williams swung right through it. That will end the 7th inning for the Giants. We go to the 8th, and your score, Royals 2, Giants 1. Top of the order coming for the Royals. It'll be Wilson, Witt, and Brett. The managerial wheels are turning in the Giants bullpen. It's Jeremy Affeldt and Sal Maglie warming up. Lefty-righty double-barreled action. And in the Kansas City bullpen, Jeff Montgomery and Dan Quisenberry. So everybody's got something going on. In the 8th, it'll be Wilson, Witt, and Brett. Here's Antonelli. He's dealing to Willie Wilson. And I struck him out, I do believe. No, it's ball 4. Eric Gregg, nobody knows what he's calling. Willie Wilson goes down to first base with a big insurance run. Bobby Witt Jr. is 0 for 2, and he's up there now. A lot of options here for the Royals. Boy. All right, the stretch by Antonelli and the delivery to Witt. There goes Willie Wilson. Witt takes the pitch. The throwdown by Posey is late. And Willie Wilson steals the second Royals base of the day. He's in scoring position. Now Antonelli deals to Witt. The next delivery is strike 3. He got him. Third strikeout for Antonelli. He humped up on that fastball, and George Brett comes to the plate. George is 2 for 3. Lefty-lefty matchup. Antonelli sets and delivers to Brett. And it's popped up. Jeff Kent on the infield dirt, calling and taking for out number 2. Now it's McCray. He's 0 for 3. Amos Otis would be next. Antonelli trying to sneak out of the 8th inning. The delivery to Hal McCray is a hit to the outfield. Giants going to have to make a play to get out of the inning. This is hit to center. Willie Mays coming on, and he's got it for out number 3. Nothing across for the Royals. They get a man into scoring position with nobody out, and they can't do anything with him. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and your score, Royals 2, Giants 1. What a ball game. Aurelia, Bobby Bonds, and then Barry Bonds in the Giants' 8th inning against Liebrandt. Both Quisenberry and Montgomery look ready. The delivery by Liebrandt is strike 3 and a bender. Aurelia swung right through it. third strikeout in a row for Charlie. Turning it on here late in the game. Here's Bobby Bonds. The windup by Liebrandt and the pitch to Bobby Bonds is swung on. That's hit to left and deep. Back goes Willie Wilson. Warning track, wall, and it's gone. A 2-2 ball game. It's ballet time out there. Yikes. Here's Barry Bonds. 0 for 3, Mays on deck. The delivery by Liebrandt is popped up in fair territory. George Brett taking for out number 2. And now it'll be Willie Mays, 0 for 3. Charlie Liebrandt winds and delivers to Mays. And it's a little comebacker to Charlie. He gloves it and flips to Mike Sweeney to retire the side. But in the 8th, Bobby Bonds goes deep and ties the ball game. We go to the 9th. We've decided nothing. Royals 2, Giants 2. Antonelli is out for the 9th inning. He'll face Otis, Cowens, and Sweeney, 3 right-handed batters. Rod Beck has replaced Sal Magley in the bullpen. The big shooter is getting ready. Jeremy Affeldt, the left-hander, throwing right alongside him. Amos Otis is 2 for 3, and he's up there now. The delivery to Amos is a base hit. Amos Otis has another hit. This is to left. It drops in front of Barry Bonds. There's the potential go-ahead run, and Al Cowens comes to the plate. Antonelli the stretch. The delivery to Cowens. He squares to bunt. And he gets it down. It's a beauty. Here comes Matt Williams charging. The throw to first is not in time. Williams reaches, or Cowens reaches on a bunt single. He meant to sacrifice, but it was such a good bunt, he was safe. Now it's Sweeney, and that's going to do it for Antonelli. It's going to be Rod Beck. So, Antonelli goes 8+ innings. He allows 8 hits. He walks 1, 2 men. He strikes out 3. He allows 2 runs. 2 men on base are his responsibility. He could lose this game. He cannot win it. Rod Beck is on. In 1993, he was 3-1 with 48 saves and a 2.16 ERA. And he's facing Sweeney, who's hot at 2 for 3. Perez is on deck. The stretch, the pitch to Mike Sweeney. And that's ball 4. Beck walks him. Now the bases are dripping with Royals. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Salvador Perez. Salvador ends his day at 0 for 3. And coming out of the dugout to bat for him is Darrell Porter. So Porter bats for Perez and will likely be the catcher in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Giants infield is going to play in at all 4 spots. Beck needs a strikeout or a pop-up right here. Frank White is on deck. Beck the stretch. The delivery to Darrell Porter. And I struck him out. 1 down. That's exactly what the Giants needed. Now it's White, and he's being called back to the dugout. Let's see who they go with here to bat for Frank White. They've got some options. They've got Mayberry. Who else from the left side? Alex Gordon, Carlos Beltran. Well, gonna go Mayberry. Mayberry to bat for White. No place to put him. So that means the infield stays in. Rod Beck, deep breath. The stretch and the delivery to Big John Mayberry is a ground ball to second. And coming home with it is Jeff Kent. They will get Otis at the plate on a force out. All right, everybody else moves up 90 feet. Cowens to third, Sweeney to second. Mayberry is safe at first. And they're going to run for him with whoever it is going to play second base in the bottom of the ninth, and that will be Jose Offerman. So Offerman is running at first. Willie Wilson is at the plate unless they hit for him. So Offerman running, and he'll play second base in the bottom of the ninth. I think they're going to hit for Wilson here. Yeah, they are. And they're going to take a shot. They're doing a gamble. They're doing a big gamble. It's going to be Bo. And Bo has not had an at-bat yet in this season. So Jackson hits for Willie Wilson with a chance to put the Royals in front. No place to put Bo. The stretch by Beck and the delivery to Bo Jackson. And I struck him out. And Rod Beck gets out of the mess. Bases loaded, nobody out. The big shooter comes in and does the job. My goodness. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Let's do the changes. Bo Jackson will take over in left field. Jose Offerman is the new second baseman. Darrell Porter's behind the plate. I guess those are the changes. And we're going to get a new pitcher for the Royals as well, and that's going to be Dan Quisenberry taking over on the mound for the Royals. So now the Giants get a chance to win it, and any old kind of a run is going to do just that for San Francisco. They've got Clark, Posey, and Kent due up, and a bench loaded with left-handed hitters because Liebrandt started the game. So Jack Clark, of all people, is going to be pinch hit for. Giants want a base runner. They want a leadoff base runner, and it's going to be Mel Ott. All right, so Ott bats for Clark at the DH spot. Quisenberry, this is his 1983 season, 5-3 with 45 saves and a 194 earned run average. Ott looking to get on base anyway at all, and the delivery to him is a ground ball to short that's gobbled up by Bobby Witt Jr. He fires to Sweeney for out number 1. Buster Posey, the batter now, he's 1 for 3. They're going to let him bat. The pitch by Quiz and the delivery to Buster is a comebacker to Quisenberry. He gloves it, flips to Sweeney, and there's 2 down. Now Jeff Kent, 1 for 3. The delivery by Quisenberry is swung on by Kent and bounced to short. Bobby Witt throws to Mike Sweeney to retire the side, and we are going to have an extra inning ball game today. We go to the 10th, and your score, Royals 2, Giants 2. We have a new Giants pitcher coming on. It's a left-hander, Jeremy Affeldt. 2-2 in 2009. No saves, but a 173 earned run average. Setup man of the year for the National League. And he's on to face Bobby Witt Jr., George Brett, and Hal McRae. The left-hander is on, especially for George Brett. In the Giants bullpen, Sal Magley has resumed throwing in case a right-hander is needed. The windup or stretch by Affelt and the pitch to Bobby Witt Jr. And I struck him out. 1 down in the Royals' 9th inning. The big shooter pitched the 9th. Rod Beck pitched an inning and struck out 2. He walked 1. He did not allow any runs or any inherited runners to score. Here's Brett, 2 for 4. Affelt deals to George Brett. And this is a base hit to left field. George Brett goes oppo. It drops in front of Barry Bonds. And there is the potential go-ahead run for the Royals, with Hal McRae coming up at 0 for 4. Amos Otis is on deck. The stretch by Affelt, the delivery to McRae, is a base hit down the third base line. George Brett flying around second, heading to third. Barry Bonds' throw goes into second to keep the double play in order. Royals at the corners with 1 out. Well, Otis comes to the plate. He's tough to double, so I don't know what they're going to do here. They got Otis coming up, and that's going to do it for Jeremy Affelt. They're going Sal Magley. The Barber is coming on to face the right-handed batting Amos Otis. All right, this is Magley. 1951, he was 23-6 with a 293 earned run average. And he is on to face Otis. The infield, I think they got to play in everywhere because Otis, pretty fast man out there. So the infield moves in at all 4 spots. McRae at first, Brett at third. The stretch and the delivery by Sal Magley. And that is a strikeout. Wow. Sal Magley goes up the ladder on Amos Otis, and there's 2 down. Now it's Cowens unless they hit for him. Al is 1 for 4. And I think they're going to hit for him. Alex Gordon is coming out of the dugout. He is going to bat and try and drive in that go-ahead run. So Gordon takes over at the plate. Cowens' day is done at 1 for 4. Mike Sweeney would be next. The stretch by Sal Magley and the delivery to Alex Gordon is popped up. Wow. In short right field, Jeff Kent is right there, and he's got it for out number 3. Gordon gags in the clutch. Magley comes through. In the bottom of the 10th, Alex Gordon will become the new Royals left fielder. Bo Jackson is going to shift over to right field. And no other changes for the Royals. Giants have Will Clark, Matt Williams, Rich Aurelia due up. And they will bring on the Royals will bring on a new pitcher. Quisenberry's been heavily used, so they're going to bring in Jeff Montgomery to take over here in the bottom of the 10th. All right. Will Clark leads it off. He's 1 for 3. The delivery by Jeff Montgomery is swung on by Clark, and he missed everything. Jeff Montgomery got him on strikes. 1 down in the Giants' 10th inning. Here's Matt Williams, and I don't think he's going to bat either. Let's see who's left on the Giants bench. They got they got Stretch McCovey. They got Johnny Mize. They got, well, that's enough. And they're going to keep Mize handy. All right. So it's going to be McCovey to hit for Williams. And the Giants hope he can get on. Any old kind of a run is going to win it for the San Francisco Giants. Montgomery the stretch and the delivery is swung on and hit to left and deep. This is Alex Gordon. He's on the track. He makes the catch for out number 2. One more biscuit for breakfast, and Willie McCovey goes deep, but no. Now out of the dugout comes Johnny Mize as they call Rich Aurelia back to the dugout. I didn't tell you about Montgomery. I didn't tell you about Quisenberry. He went an inning, and that's it on his ledger. Jeff Montgomery in 1989 was 7-3 with 18 saves and a 1.37 ERA. He is facing Johnny Mize, the big cat. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. The stretch by Montgomery and the delivery to Johnny Mize. And I struck him out. Johnny Mize is gone. We go to the 11th, and your score, Royals 2 and the Giants 2. For Kansas City in the 11th, Sweeney, Porter, and Offerman do up. Sal Maglie continues. The pitch to Mike Sweeney is swung on. It's hit to the outfield. That will be to left. That is Barry Bonds, and that is going to drop for a base hit, and Bonds fumbles it. That will send Sweeney to second. It's a single and an E7 that puts the potential go-ahead run in scoring position. Now let's see if the Royals are going to run for Sweeney. And they are. It's going to be UL Washington running at second base for Sweeney. All right, so Mike did his job. Washington runs. And he's got speed to burn. Darrell Porter comes to the plate. Maglie in trouble. Darrell is 0 for 1. He came on as a pinch hitter in the 9th for Perez. Maglie the stretch. The pitch to Porter. And I struck him out on a bender. Second strikeout for Maglie. Second strikeout for Porter. Here's Offerman. Maglie the stretch. The pitch to Jose. Is hit on the infield. We have 2 new infielders for the Giants. This one, though, is not hit to one of those guys. It's hit to Will Clark. Will Clark. It's a bad throw from Jeff Kent. Will Clark leaps and makes the catch and lands on first base for the putout. That will send Washington to third, but no further. There's 2 outs now. Now it's Bo Jackson. Bo came on as my hunch, playing my gut in the 9th inning. He came on and struck out for Willie Wilson. Now Magley's trying to get him here to get out of the 11th inning. UL Washington 90 feet away, 2 outs. The delivery is a little looper. Coming on is Barry Bonds. He's not going to get there. Drops for a base hit. Bo Jackson drives in the go-ahead run. UL Washington scores. It's 3-2 Royals. Barry Bonds, not much of a jump on that ball. And here's Bobby Witt Jr. at 0 for 4. Brett would be next. And I think Bull might be running. Well, let's see. No, he's not. He's not. Magley, the stretch, and the delivery to Witt is strike 3 swinging. Sal Magley humped up on that fastball and gets the Giants out of further damage, but the Royals do take the lead on a hit, 2 hits, and an error, and some lackadaisical play by Barry Bonds. We go to the bottom of inning number 11, and your score, Royals 3, Giants 2, and we're getting a new Royals pitcher in the bottom of inning number 11, and that's going to be Greg Holland, a hard thrower. So Montgomery is done after pitching the 10th. He struck out 2 men. Holland in 2013 was 2-1 with 47 saves and a 121 earned run average. He's got the top of the Giants lineup to deal with in the bottom of the 11th. Bobby Bonds, Barry Bonds, Willie Mays. Bobby Bonds hit a home run to tie the ball game in the 8th. If he does it again, we're tied again. Holland deals to Bobby. And I struck him out. Greg Holland. 1 down. Barry Bonds at the plate. He's been a disaster. 0 for 4. Couple of misplays in the field. One of them went for an error. The stretch by Holland and the pitch to Barry Bonds. And this will be a memorable play in the field check. And it'll be highlight reel A. And this will be, he drops down a bunt. It rolls toward first baseman Mike Sweeney, but no play. Barry Bonds on with a bunt single. Wow. That brings the winning run to the plate in Willie Mays. All right. 1 on, 1 out. Royals looking for a twin killing. What a finish we're having here. Mays is 0 for 4. It makes him even more dangerous when you think about that. The stretch by Greg Holland. The Royals bullpen is not busy. It is silent. And he struck out Mays. 2 down. Last chance saloon is Mel Ott coming to the plate. Buster Posey would be next. Barry Bonds at first. Holland the stretch and the pitch to Mel Ott. And I struck him out. And the Royals win the game. It's a 3-2 Royals winner. Let's give you the totals on this drama. My goodness. For the visiting and victorious Kansas City Royals, 3 runs, 12 base hits, and they committed 1 error. The Giants, 2 runs on 7 hits, and they committed 1 disastrous error in the 11th inning. Winning pitcher, Jeff Montgomery, he's 1-0. The save goes to Greg Holland, that's his first. The loss goes to Sal Magley, who probably deserved a better fate. He is 0-1. Player of the game? Boy, who is the player of the game? You could go Amos for 3 for 5, couple of runs scored. Sweeney was 3 for 4 with a couple of ribbies. And yeah, I'm giving it to Sweeney. And the reason I'm doing it is not only did he do the ribbies, but he got on base to be the winning run, even though they pinch ran for him as soon as he did. So, player of the game and the winner of the Kurt Berglund's Baseball World pop-up toaster is Mike Sweeney. Mike, I hope you enjoy the toast. Also, in the description for this video is the link to History Maker Baseball. And this is a very dramatic game. My goodness. You can check out at the Play Games website, History Maker Baseball, and this set of cards, including the update set that I created late last year for Franchise All-Stars. They've also got the Kurt Berglund's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness set at the Play Games website, so check all that out. Playgames.com. Play.com. In the description for this video also is the link to my channel membership. With membership to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, you get access to videos that subscribers cannot see, including game demos, tutorials, special reports, book reviews, lots more, and an archive of videos. You also get discounts in my secondary store, $10 off per set, $2 off per team, and you get a free gift from me every month as a thank you for being a channel member. But for now, from Candlestick Park in San Francisco, this was a game in 11 innings, your final. The Royals 3, the Giants 2. The Royals are now 3-0. The Giants are now 0-3. Have a wonderful evening. So long, everybody.